Christian female coaches. So you guys, as you come on into this live, say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff so that I can see those of you who have joined us, those of you that are catching us on the replay. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us on the replay. Those of you that may be new to my space, welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. So, you guys, a couple of caveats before I dive into today's conversation. I'm not in my normal setting, so the lighting is not the best. So that's why you see my beautiful picture versus me live. Two, I'm outside, so there's cars and stuff going by. So please excuse the noise that you may hear in the background. And three, I'm with my nephew, so you may hear his voice in a little while chiming in on his 2 cents on how to monetize on your email list. But I wanted to hop on here and have this conversation. Hey, 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 Amy. And so you guys, hopefully my connection will remain strong enough for me to go all the way through this live without any issues. And so you guys, I wanted to dive on into this conversation. So if you guys have been paying attention to my space anytime over the past probably two weeks, I've been really honing in on email lists. And for a couple of reasons. One, your email list is a powerful way for you to build community and for you to build a space for your ideal clients and for you to build those relationships and have those consistent conversations with people via your email list. And so, the last week we were talking all about how to grow your email list. This week, I want to talk to you guys about how to monetize your email list. And so I sent out an email earlier today to those people who have joined the challenge to do a check-in with them to see how things are going. And so the responses that I have received back have been absolutely amazing. And so one person in particular, she had a response back for me, so I asked her if it was okay for me to share this via the live, and so she gave me the go ahead and said it was okay for me to share this information live. So I don't want anybody thinking, well, Bev, that's me. You did no, none of that. I already got permission for it. She already knows that we're gonna have this particular conversation. And so you guys, once again, you know that there's power in your email list. Like I don't have to convince you of that. This is not something that you're hearing new, or for the first time. There is definitely power in your email list, once again, as a form of you being able to build a space for your community. And the thing is, and I always tell people that there's levels to email marketing. So a lot of people know that they should have an email list, but a lot of people don't know what to do with those who are on their email list. They don't know how to effectively leverage the power that's in email marketing. And so that's what I want to talk to us about. And so even going back to the last week when we were talking about growing your email list. And so one of the questions that that I was talking to, and once again, the young lady is Amy, because we're going to look specifically at her freebie. And so, you guys, when it comes to anything that you put out as far as content, when it comes to your ideal client, before you hit the send button, before you press the go live button, before you post that blog, any of that stuff, you want to ask yourself, is this the verbiage? Is this the language that my people are using? Because when you're able to really and truly get into their heart and their mind, it makes a huge difference on how you'll respond and the content that you'll put out there. And so, when Amy sent me back the name of her freebie, it's called Established Female Coaches Drive Organic Traffic, 5 Components to Using Your Live Stream as Written Content. And so, first, Amy, that title is very long. Once again, get straight to the point. So when I initially read your title, it says Established Female Coaches Drive Organic Traffic, 5 Components to Using Your Live Stream as Written Content. And then when I clicked on the link to go to your page, the first thing it says is Established Female Coaches Drive Organic Traffic to your website. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The title of that didn't say anything about driving organic traffic. And then when I scroll down, then it says 5 components to using your live stream as written content. And so, then she goes into the heart of her particular, the purpose of the the freebie that she has. And so there was a bit of confusion for me. And so you guys, I always say, if your ideal clients, like if they have any doubts or anything, their first instinct is not to make a move. They're not going to do anything. And so those of you that are looking to put out content, your freebie, your opt-in, whichever verbiage you want to use, your services, paid or free. Once again, we want to ensure that one, we eliminate any confusion. We want to make sure that we're crystal clear. And so, Amy, let me ask you this: is the purpose of that freebie for you to show them, how to convert their live stream into content for their blog? Let me know if that is the purpose of the freebie, because once again, we want to make sure that we have that clarity there. And so, you guys, the same thing, ask yourself the same question: am I clear on what it is that I want my people to do? Am I clear on what it is that I'm trying to get my people to do? So once again, whether or not it's your paid services or whether or not it's your freebie, do I have that clarity? Is the verbiage that I'm using around that thing the verbiage that my ideal clients are saying? So are my ideal clients saying, hey, I want to be able to use my live stream for written content? Or are they saying, hey, I need to figure out some organic ways to drive traffic to my website? So once again, we want to make sure that we are laser focused. So the same thing, and you guys, like I said, I apologize for the noise in the background, but the same thing, when you think about your offer, when you think about your freebie, when you think about the content that you put out there, think about the outcome. What is it that I want my people to be able to walk away with, knowing how to do, knowing how to think, knowing how to act, knowing how to respond? Once again, what is that promise? Even for your freebie, there should be a promise there, because once again, I talk to my clients about the components of a good freebie. And so you want to make sure that you're super crystal clear on that. So once again, that made me wonder, Amy, when I think that. Okay. And so once again, so she said, my ideal clients want traffic and they want to convert them into paying clients. So, Amy, with that particular freebie, are you showing them how to, once again, how to use their live streams and so is it traffic to their website? Traffic where? So because once again, if it's just simply, how to use, how to create a live stream, or how to use your live stream to drive more traffic, or how to use your live stream to convert it, to convert paying clients. Like, let's get super crystal clear and succinct with what it is that we want our people to do. So for you, it may just be a tweak in the title of your freebie. You may not even have to change any of the components of it. Okay, so there we go. So then, Amy, once again, it can be as simple as, how to create a live stream that drives more traffic to your website. It could be as simple as that. Or, it could be how to drive more organic traffic to your website. That could be the name of the freebie. And then once again, or you could say this one thing, use this one thing to drive more traffic to your website, which then, you could have something like, use this one thing, or this one thing to drive more traffic to your website, because you're saying that's what it is that you want your people to do, because they want to be able to, one, drive. That's going to be the first step. Let's get my people to my website, and then the next thing, I want to convert it. You see what I'm saying? So once again, it can be a simple tweak as that, Amy, to tweak the title of that freebie. Because once again, you guys, we can get so much in our own heads, especially as coaches. Well, I know this is what they need. I know this is what they need. But once again, as the experts, we may know what they need, but once again, if that's not the verbiage that they're using, it's going to go over their heads. They're not going to see that as their issue. So once again, Amy, you clearly told me that your people are telling you they want to drive more traffic to their, they want to be able to drive more traffic. And then once they drive that traffic, they want to then be able to convert them into paying clients. So boom, let's use that freebie as the thing that we're going to use to help them to be able to do that. Period. Like, we're not even going to overthink that thing. Do not overthink it. Okay. So you guys, once again, that's going to be the first step. So once again, what is that thing, that opt-in that you're going to use to get those people on your list? So once again, we talked all last week about how to increase your email list. Now let's talk about that monetization. And I'm going to continue to use Amy as an example since she's here. So now Amy has this opt-in that's out there, that's free, this free gift, of where she may talk about, and I'm making this up because I have not downloaded Amy's freebie, because I want this to be, I don't want people to think, well, me and Amy got together and da 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 da. No, I have not even downloaded Amy's freebie. So now, Amy, if her people are wanting to know, how can I drive more traffic to my website? How can I use my live stream, something that I'm already doing? How can I use my live streams to drive more traffic to my website? And then once again, so Amy has her freebie there, and she talks about what she uses, how she takes your live streams, how she listens to them, how she does the transcription, how she makes sure that it's in your voice. She make sure that you get that back, so now you can use that as a blog. So now once again, Amy can talk about the steps that she does. One thing that you can do, take your live streams and have it transcribed. You want to make sure that it uses your voice in there. So once again, she can talk to them about the process that she uses. But now that it's time for her to now put that information out there, and now she has her nurture sequence that follows. Now, what she wants to do, and remember, we talked about this last week. This goes for all of you guys that have that email list out there. Now, how do you actually monetize? Because once again, the free gift or the opt-in that she used, she told them about a strategy that will work. So now her purpose in her email is to continue to build her know like trust factor, but also another purpose of her email list is for her to now be able to monetize from that. And so now when she's having that continued conversation, that regular, consistent conversation with the people on her email list. And so when it comes to that monetization, even if you're following the reels that I'm putting out there, remember there's levels to email marketing. So the first thing, she wants to be able to put emails out there that's going to get people to open it. And if I'm not mistaken, Amy says her open rate is about 30%. So her people are opening it. And once again, in the challenge that we're going to do next week, we're going to talk about how to retarget those people who are not opening it. So if Amy is getting a 30% open rate on the emails that she's sending out now, we're going to try to get her open rate to at least 70 to 80%. So grab some more of those people who are not opening their emails. There we go. There we go, Amy. Okay. Try to, we want to grab more of those people who are not opening her emails, right? And so then the next thing is, once we get them to open it, and we talked about this in the hook. So now, for instance, Amy may put out an email, and she may say something like, maybe the title of one of her emails is, does your live stream have this one component, or is your live stream missing this, right? And so once again, that's now when I look at that title, I'm like, okay, well, is my live stream it? What's this? Let me go in here and check to see. Remember, I talked about piquing your curiosity. So if you missed that, the reel that I did, I talked about that yesterday, piquing your curiosity. So now the subject has me opening it, and now I want to go in and now read Amy's email. And so now when I read the email, Amy may have that hook in there. For Amy, on this particular instance, and I'm making this up, Amy might have a statistic in there that's going to grab her ideal client's attention. And maybe there's a statistic in there, and I'm making this stat up because I don't know it. But she may say something like, did you know that people who live stream have a 400% more engagement rate on their content? I'm making that up. So now, because she knows the people who are on her email list, they leverage live stream. So once again, she knows that that's something that they're interested in. Either they're leveraging live streams, or they want to be able to leverage live streams more. And so now she's hooked their attention. She started off that email with some type of stat. So now it's going to grab their attention. Once again, I want to hook my people into my content, into my email. And so now she has that hook. So now, once again, because I'm looking to monetize these people, so now Amy, she has that hook. She's now grabbed their attention. And once again, there's another component to your email that we're going to talk about in our email, the challenge, the live component that starts on Monday. We're going to talk about another thing that she's going to do to weave in to that email to ensure that people actually read her email. You guys, one of the biggest things with people is people will have an email that's just facts, 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 facts. Or when I say facts, FACTS, or once again, it's boring. Your email is boring, or it's just like, hey, I'm launching a summit next week, I would love to have you join. I'm not going to read that email. Once again, that hook needs to be interested. It needs to be something intriguing that's going to catch people's attention. And some of us, though, we're overthinking the thing. We're thinking that we have to jump through all of these hoops, and that's not what it is. So once again, during the challenge, where the live component starts on the 25th, so if you have not joined us, go ahead and click on the link above this video. We're going to talk about the one key component that you want to have in your emails that actually get people to not only read the email, but then click on that link that you may have in there. So once again, for Amy, that link that she may have may be a link to her scheduler. So how do we get people to actually click on the link to schedule a call? Or maybe it's a link to her program that she has, or a link to the course. How do I not only get people to click on the link, but then they actually follow through? That I want them to not only click on the link, but I want them to follow through on that. So if it's a schedule a call, I actually see their name pop up on my calendar. Or if it's for them to go ahead and purchase a course, I actually see the money in my PayPal or my Stripe or however it is that you're accepting the money. Whatever that is, that's what you want to ensure. Once again, there's levels to email marketing. And so once again, with this monetization part, you have to make sure that people actually open it. You have to make sure that you're offering something. Some of you guys, this is the funny part. When it comes to email marketing, you don't ever offer anything. What's going to be that one thing? And I encourage my clients to have one offer per email. Some people have 5 or 6 different offers per email. How do I know which one of these things to invest in? If I'm not even sure which one to click on, you know what? I'm not going to click on anything, and I'm going to just close out your email. So you want to make sure that one, you're promoting one thing in your email, one thing. And then I'm going to talk about in the email challenge, one little key sentence that you can have in your emails that's a very powerful key sentence to have that will get people to move. And so once again, we're going to talk about that in the challenge, which kicks off next, the official live part kicks off next week. So you guys, once again, there is power in your email. You can monetize on your email, but in order for you to monetize, one, you have to ensure that you actually have something that your people want. So once again, if you have your ideal clients on your email list, then once again, your goal is to nurture those people. Your goal is to get them to invest in whatever the program is that you have. So you want that nurturing there. You want to build that relationship, and you do want to generate sales. Two, you want to get them to actually open the emails. If you're looking to monetize, if they're not opening it, then how are you going to monetize that? And once again, one key thing that we're going to talk about during the challenge is how to go back and grab some of those people who are not opening your emails. There's going to be a couple of strategies that we're going to implement to increase your open rate. So just imagine if your open rate went from 20% to 80%. Imagine if your open rate went from 10% to 50%. Once again, that means that now you have more eyes on the content of your email. And then once again, once they open up your emails, we want to be able to hook them in there. How do we hook them in there? And actually, there's a very powerful way to always start your emails off that most people don't even implement. And once again, those of you in the challenge, you guys, those of you that are joining the challenge, I'm going to give you everything I know when it comes to email marketing, because I want you guys to be a good steward of your email list. And one of the things that I also want us to keep in mind when it comes to your email list should be something that you're always consistently growing. It doesn't have to be an either or thing. You want to grow your list, and at the same time, you can nurture it at the same time. So you don't have to choose one over the other. How can I consistently grow my email list? And how can I nurture the people who are on my list? Those two things. I mean, I am so excited. I keep telling God, like, okay, God, I want to make sure, one, I'm not overwhelming them, but I have so much rich information when it comes to email marketing that I want to share. Some people are asking me, am I going to do this email challenge again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Usually when I have these challenges like this, it's a one-off challenge. So I don't know if I'm going to run this email. It's not on my marketing calendar for me to run this email challenge again. So I want to pour out everything that I have for these people who are signed up for this email challenge. And once again, it's only $67. Once again, take that $67 investment and once again, use it over and over and over again to reinvest into your business. So yeah, so I'm super excited about Monday. And so once again, Amy, I pray that this was helpful. Once again, when your particular email came back in and you gave me the information behind it, once again, the first thing was, well, let me see the title of your email. Is this the verbiage that your people are using? Once again, let's be clear and concise. Sometimes we can be so wordy that once again, we end up distracting people. It becomes a distraction versus being clear and concise. Let's just be clear and concise. What are my people asking for? Am I able to give it? If so, how can I give it to them? Period. All that other stuff, we want because they're not going to have time for all of that. So that type of thing. And Amy, you already told me that your people are busy, so they're not going to have time to try to weed through and decipher what it is that we're trying to do or trying to figure out what this freebie is about. We just want to ensure that it is something that's going to help them to get a result. That type of thing. So you guys, like I said, this is the first part to this monetization of your email list. But once again, if you don't have these key components, you're not going to be able to monetize on your list. Once again, if you don't have a particular offer that you're promoting in your email, you're not gonna how are you gonna make money from your email list if you're not promoting anything? And once again, it's not just an email where you say buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. That is not how this works. It's not how this works, period. So you want to make sure that one, you have something that you're actually promoting. Two, the subject line. You want to ensure that you have something that's going to actually get your people to open the emails. And then once they open it, what's going to be that hook that's going to actually get them to reel them in to actually read the email and then actually do whatever the call to action is. If you don't have those key components in your email marketing, because some people are like, Bev, I have a really good open rate. But then when I start to dig in and ask them questions, once again, those questions being, are they actually following what it is that you're asking them to do? Are they actually going in and if you have a call to action for them to sign up for your programs, are they signing up for your programs? Or if you have a call to action for them to actually schedule a call with you, are they doing those things? That type of thing. If the answer is no, then that's not a successful email marketing. And we want to make sure that we're successful with our email marketing. So that's the whole purpose of this. So if you have an email list or you have been thinking about getting your email list started, once again, I'm going to invite you to join us in this challenge. So once again, time you sign up for the challenge, the timer actually officially starts, because the first part of this is to grow your email list. So that's what everyone who signed up for the email challenge so far, that's what they're working on now. They want to grow their email list. And so I was talking in a room on Clubhouse the other day, and someone was like, well, Biff, I only have 50 people on my email list. I said, well, you said you wanted two people to work with you one on one. How do you know whether or not those two people, those 50 people, how do you know the two don't won't come from your email list? They might be on your email list and you're not even leveraging and using that particular tool. So please don't overlook it. But once again, you can actually grow your list and you can nurture your list and you can make sales from your list. You can do it all at one time. You don't have to wait until your email list gets a certain number of people on there before you actually do anything with it. You can leverage your email list right now. You can leverage it right now, right now, right now, right now, even with 20 people on there, even with 500 people. Don't have people run around here having you think that you need 1,000 people on your list before. That's a bunch of baloney. It's not true. Once again, as a lot of you guys are focusing on building your social media, also build your email list. You can do those things simultaneously. One is not over the other. Do them both. Do them both, period, because it can be done. Okay. All right, you guys. So that is all that I have for you guys this first part when it comes to monetizing your email list. So if you have not been monetizing your email list, I'm going to invite you to join us on this 5-day challenge. Time you sign up for the challenge, the timer starts. So between now and the start of the live version, sorry, that truck just went by. So between now and the start of the live component of it, which once again we start on July 25th as far as the live part, and even during that time, July 25th to the 29th, we're still gonna be looking to grow our email list as we're monetizing, because I want you guys to see that you can do both of them at the same time. You don't have to choose one over the other. So that part right there. So you guys, once again, I'm telling you, if you have not joined us, go ahead and join us now. This is going to be fun. It's going to be interactive, but I'm going to put you to work. You already know how I do it. So I am going to put you guys to work, but the payoff is going to be extremely fun, and it's going to make sure that you are able to now have a source where you can have that consistent communication with those who are on your email list. So you guys, that's all that I have. Now, of course, if you have any specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me with any of your questions. So on whatever platform you're watching this live from, feel free to reach out to me. Ask me any specific questions. Those of you who are already a part of the challenge, make sure that you check out the email that went out today. Respond back to the emails, because once again, I'm providing specific feedback and stuff like that. And so once again, I did ask Amy's permission before I did this on this particular live. So Amy already knew I was going to ask her about her freebie before we even got started. Okay. All right, you guys. So once again, if you have any other specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. You guys, if not, I will see you on the other side of this live. Take care. Take care. Take care.